Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Dollywood video brought to you by the power of the season pass. Casey is doing her due diligence this year in making sure we get our money's worth for these season passes, and we've already been got a bunch more planned. It's so early too. We're just now getting to mid-June. We've got so many more things planned for Dollywood coming up. But anyways, I wanted to jump in and just kind of give you guys a little bit of info on the newest celebration that's starting actually Monday the 15th. And we were there on Saturday. It was blazing hot. It was probably, I believe it was near 100 degrees. And you could definitely feel it. It is not pretending to be spring anymore. Summer is definitely on the doorstep, and we're going to talk about Dollywood's summer 2026 celebration, times to go, the shows, the nighttime tips. Dollywood in the summer is its own little creature. It's hot, colorful, full of music, and somewhere in the park, someone's going to be walking around with some cinnamon bread that they just discovered for the first time. But Dollywood's Smoky Mountain Summer Celebration is more than just kind of regular Dollywood. This event brings in all kinds of special summer decorations, special entertainment, festival food, the biggest thing, extended hours, and the big nighttime finale in Wildwood Grove with the Sweet Summer Nights dance party. Plus, remember, they have a drone and fireworks show. So definitely the biggest thing about this is the park staying open later. Even on Saturday, the 13th, when we were there, that's still a time where the park closes at 8. So when you get these drone shows, you're going to get those 10 o'clock, 10:30 closings. And that is it just really the only time of year, you know, this little summer stretch that Dollywood stays open that late. It's not like a Magic Kingdom or an Epcot, you know, where you can be there until midnight, 1, 2 a.m. That's just kind of not how Dollywood rolls. But nonetheless, we're going to talk about the big question. When should you actually enter the park when all this is going on? Do you show up at opening? Do you come in later? Do you treat summer celebration more like a nighttime event? Let's talk about how I'd plan a Dollywood summer day. So you might also be asking, what is a summer celebration? Dollywood's summer celebration runs from June 15th through August 2nd, and this is the park leaning fully into summer mode. During the day, you'll see colorful decorations, festival-style food and drinks, water play areas. You'll see in some of the clips that I showed below, country fair. If you're needing a place for the little ones to kind of go over and cool off, they've got a huge splash pad over there. You're going to have summer photo ops and special entertainment all throughout the park. But really, with this celebration, the real magic kind of happens later in the evening. Wildwood Grove, it becomes like the center of this Summer Nights event with the dance party and the drone and the fireworks show. That is where you're gonna wanna make your way to at the end of the evening. And that's really the key to planning this event. It's not just a normal park day where you kind of gotta be gone by 7:30, 8 o'clock. You're kind of planning a day that builds towards the ending, because for summer celebration, closing the park is kind of the whole point of this festival, guys. So, you know, your first option, get there at opening. This is the best plan. Honestly, if rides are your top priority, if you want to hit the big things like Big Bear Mountain, Lightning Rod, Wild Eagle, Mystery Mine, all of that stuff, any of the bigger family attractions, those first couple hours can make a huge difference. The park's cooler, the crowds are still spreading out, and you can knock out a few of those major rides before that afternoon heat starts pressing down on you. But you know, there's a little bit of a catch to this. Arriving at opening and staying through the nighttime show, that's a long day. That is a very, very long day. So if you're doing rope drop, you really need to pace yourself, particularly if you don't have a hotel to maybe go back to midday to where you can kind of freshen up a little bit and then come back over in the evening. So if you're gonna do that, do your big rides early, get the lunch before the rush. Then I would suggest using the middle of the day for shows, shade, shops, snacks, the 4 S's, and anything indoors. Dollywood's not the the kind of park where you have to sprint from ride to ride all day. It's not really set up like that, especially in summer. That's how you kind of turn into a sweaty, damp little shell of yourself by 3 p.m. if you try to rush. Entry option 2, arriving midday. Second option's arriving around 1 or 2 p.m. This can work really well if you're not trying to ride everything. You miss the morning rush, you still get plenty of park time, and you're set up nicely for the evening entertainment that kind of starts making its way out as the day moves on. The downside is obvious. You're arriving during the hottest part of the day, so don't walk in and immediately try to conquer the whole park. Just ease into it, grab a drink, check the app, look at the show schedule, maybe start with entertainment instead of rides. And that's one of the best tips for Dollywood in summer as a whole. Use the shows as part of your plan, not just as a backup or a filler. If you can kind of plan your shows, you can make them anchors as a part of your day. Dollywood's been, always been strong with live entertainment. And during the summer celebration, they bring in shows like the Gazillion Bubble Show, the Pirandi's Stunt Dogs, Play On, Good Vibes. They've got a bunch of that. A show that gives you air conditioning, shade, a seat, and really kind of if you need that little bit of reset before heading back out into the park, it could be a little bit, it could be your survival plan during these hot summer days. Entry option 3, arrive late. This is what we did yesterday. Here's kind of a sneaky good option. Arrive around 4 or 5 p.m. For locals, pass holders, or people that have been to Dollywood before. This might be the best summer celebration strategy, because by then the worst of the heat is kind of starting to back off. So particularly if you wait till after 5 p.m. Some early arise, the families that showed up really early, they're starting to get tired. The park starts shifting into evening mode. You have a lot of park emptying out, and you still have enough time for rides and the food and the entertainment and the nighttime finale. So post 5 o'clock, that's not, it's not a plan if you want to do everything, but it's a great plan if you want more, just a relaxed evening at Dollywood. Ride a few of your favorites, grab dinner or one of the festival snacks, walk through the park. As the lights start coming on, you can grab one of those really awesome sunsets at that time. And then make your way, of course, to Wildwood Grove for the dance party and the fireworks. Dollywood at night, it just feels different. Big Bear Mountain after dark's fantastic. Catch Wild Eagle around sunset. That's just chef's postcard moment. Shows and food. Let's talk quickly about the shows and food, because both matter during summer celebration. The Gazillion Bubble Show is one of the big daytime entertainment options, and yes, bubbles still work on everyone. Kids love them. Adults pretend they're just for kids, but 5 minutes later, everyone's locked in because the Gazillion Bubble Show is undefeated. The Stunt Dog Show is another great option because it's fun, easy to enjoy, and it gives you that kind of much needed break from the heat. My advice is to at least pick one show before you go. Don't wait until everyone's already hot and tired and emotionally checked out. So check the show times early, choose what matters the most, and build around those show times. And for food, summer celebration usually brings seasonal items, drinks, desserts, festival style offerings. This is where I'd avoid going too heavy in the middle of the day. In summer, me, Casey, and I, even Emma, we're more of a snack and sip person. Cold drinks, smaller bites, maybe something sweet later. And of course, the cinnamon bread exists outside your normal calorie and planning rules. You don't schedule cinnamon bread. Cinnamon bread simply enters your Dollywood story when it's ready. So let's go ahead. Lastly, we'll kind of talk about your nighttime strategy now. Dollywood's summer celebration ends with the Sweet Summer Nights dance party and the drone and fireworks show, once again over in Wildwood Grove. This is the part you really want to plan around. Don't be on the opposite side of the park 5 minutes before showtime thinking, we should probably head that way. That's how you end up power walking through Dollywood with tired kids, melting drink, 1,000-yard stare. You don't want that. If the nighttime show is a priority, I'd start heading towards Wildwood Grove probably around 8:15. That gives you time to get into the area, find a good spot, enjoy the dance party, and not feel rushed. The dance party is kind of like the build-up, especially for families. It gives kids something fun to do before the drones and the fireworks begin. Then the show closes the night, and that's really the whole summer celebration payoff. The park glows, the music's hitting, the drones go up, fireworks finish it off. That's your big finale. So I wouldn't treat it like an optional extra. Plan your day so you have energy for the ending. So if we're planning a Dollywood summer visit, here's what I do. If rides matter the most, arrive at opening, hit the major rides early, eat before the lunch rush, then use the afternoon for shows, shade, shopping, and slower exploring. Around dinner, I'd shift back to the rides as the heat starts fading. Then by 8:30, get your little booty over to Wildwood Grove. If I were with younger kids, I'd probably arrive around 1 or 2, take it slow, use shows as breaks, and save some of that energy for the nighttime finale. And if I were a local or a pass holder like I am, I'd go around 4 or 5 like we do. Then, that late day visit might be the sweet spot. You skip the worst of the heat, still get the evening atmosphere, and you feel leaving like you got the best part of the event. So I say all that to say that's how I'd approach Dollywood summer celebration. The biggest tip is simple. Don't just plan for opening, plan for closing, because this event really builds towards the nighttime finale. Get there early if you want rides, get there later if you want a more relaxed evening. Use the shows to cool off, drink more water than you need, get you that mug. I know they're the refillable mug, they're $27, but the Coke machines are everywhere. Powerade is on tap. And remember to give yourself time to be in Wildwood Grove before the dance party and the drone show begin, because nobody, they don't want to hear fireworks starting while they're still speed walking, past kettle corn way over on the other side of the market. So let me know in the comments, are you a rope drop Dollywood person? Are you showing up later for the nighttime show? And if you've done summer celebration before, drop your best tip down below, because Dollywood fans always have weirdly specific advice, and honestly, that's the best kind. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.